All right. Why was I using the controller there for a second? Why did I? I've never used the controller with this. Bishop's. Yeah. Yeah. No, I did that. So I think I can archive that. I mean, it's not like I can't get it again after. All right. Let's see if I can identify any of the ones I'm missing here before I call it a day. This type of method is used to purge unwanted memories. As with any procedure that can alter the mind, it should be used sparingly. Typically, using communication designed to be easily passed from person to person. That's not a lot to go on. That one I think I know. That one I think I know. I haven't figured this one. Hey, Eric. Hope you do too. That is not a lot to go on. What else have I not figured out? Loam. Hand of Jupiter, the fire palm. Enticing power. Hey, Trista. I think I've got that. Shadow Anchor. Yeah. Yeah, I know what that can be like. Shadow Anchor designs can vary greatly. Great. Some prefer pendants, whereas others prefer to clutch a totem in their hands. Some use symbology, where others use gemstones. They will always produce a field from the individual branch, however. Huh. Okay. That's a lot to try and wrap my head around, so we'll pass on that. Well, the shin's the stuff out of stuff from the water. I don't have that. Oh, hang on a second. The method. Oh, the methers are the cups. Okay. Okay. The solemn method permits to forge pathways in the mind. Produce a notably stronger thaumic field than the other two types. Oh, okay. I can totally sort that then. You and you get down here. All right. That is quite bright. That is quite a bit dimmer. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Awesome. So that means that one is the solemn menther. Oh, dang it. Is it menther or mether? Did I just completely misspell that? I can't remember things. Mether. I also I moved the N. I put the N. I missed it in a word that needed it, and I put one in a word that didn't. I missed the N. Okay. So what was the other mether? The other mether was what was it? Abrasive mether. Okay. So that's this one then. So abrasive mether. All right. Hey there, Dharma. Good to see you. Thank you very much for the super chat. So let's move some of this stuff around. These are things that I'm pretty sure what they are. It's my yearly Owl House rewatch. Oh, lovely. Seems to fit the vibes pretty spot on. Yep, no, this is a good time to rewatch that one. Okay. Oh, hang on. Let me see if there's anything else I can... No, Witherance I've figured out. At least I'm pretty sure. It's that one. So... Spirit Eye. Draw that power from the opposing symbols. Inscribe opposing symbols, you say. Hang on a second. Symbols. Yeah, where's my phone? Notepad. Yeah, I don't need to save that. So what do we got? We got triangle. We got down, dash, and those, and then we got that, and that. So it's those three. What do those symbols mean? Let's see. That's... Alright, that's not any of them. Ah, ice? Ooh, hold on. The triangle by itself was fire. And that one's ice. Okay. Fire, ice. Opposing symbols. I think that's it. So that is Spirit Eye, I think. I feel good about that. Set that up there with the stuff that I'm pretty sure I know what it is. I finished Dead End. The cliffhanger ending really stung now. I know Netflix probably regarded this thing as too toxic to ever do a third season. I mean, I'm not sure they did at the time they canceled it. Like, it's been canceled for 3 years, keep in mind. It's not like it was on the bubble before the latest bit of controversy rolled around. Fire and Ice. Not a good movie, but it's a lot of fun. Got a few minutes left on my lunch, but I wanted to make sure for one of my favorite... wanted to make time for one of my favorite spicy content creators. Good night and good luck. Yeah. Thank you, Dharma. Funny you mentioned that. I might have been filming for that this morning. Okay. Diurnic field pattern. Which one's Diurnic again? So hold on. Field patterns. Well, yeah, but again, like, it was announced as canceled 3 years ago. It wasn't on hold. It wasn't on hiatus. Like, it already wasn't coming back. Spicy content. Yes, Trista. Other places, not here. So that's that there. No, not gemstones. Okay, I think. Double check that. Yes. No, that's Mentic. That's Mentic. Whoops. So, which means that and that needs to go there. Glad I double checked that. Yes. Diurnic is that field. Okay. Is that really the only hint it's going to give me for Tormund's Bane? Rolled along the tongue to cure Tormund's paralysis, or worn about the neck to protect against the ghost. Okay, so it's one of the pendants then. Well, let's just start checking pendants. Nope, wrong field. So definitely not. You. Possibly. All right, we're gonna put you there. You. Nope, wrong field. You. I think that's the same, isn't it? Yes. Okay, so that's 2. That's 2 possibilities. Dang it. I was hoping it was going to be more straightforward than that. Okay, definitely not. Definitely not. You. Nope. You. Nope. And you. No. Okay, so it is... It's one of these two, which both have the same kind of field. Let me see this again. Rolled along the tongue. Hold on, if I check, is Tormund's paralysis and curses? Affects the mouth and tongue so that speech becomes impossible. That doesn't really help. I'd be inclined to think this one. Wait a minute. What's the turquoise gemstone for again? Stone of water. That doesn't help. Yeah, that doesn't help. Okay. Well, it's one of those two. Guess I'll label them both for that until there's another possibility. So we'll do red when there's 2 possibilities. Tormund's Bane. And Tormund's Bane. There we go. All right, so where do I want to put stuff like that where I'm like, I don't know, maybe. Guess I'll put it there. So I'll put that there and that there. All right. What's better, fire and ice or fire and spice? Depends on the specifics. Maybe somebody needs to DM a girl a link. Trista, you search for Vera Wild as opposed to Council of Geeks. It ain't hidden. It's not hard to find. Disney Plus in Germany only has one season of Amphibia. That's weird as hell. Yeah, it's been done for a while. Speaking of Knights of Guinevere, my nieces are on their way to Disneyland right now. Luckily, the one in France. I not want my brother's family traveling to the U.S. right now. Yeah, I wouldn't advise anybody be traveling to the U.S. right now. Like, I've been to Disney World as an adult. Like, it's been almost 20 years since I did that. But I have been to Disney World as an adult, and I had fun doing it, but I would not consider myself a Disney adult. It's not an obsessive thing. As is evidenced by the fact that it was almost 2 decades ago. Okay, we'll end the day there. Well, no. No, we won't end the day. No, I'm gonna check for more stuff. Witch's Finger, Witherance, I got those. What are you? Oh, this thing. They're resonant. Where's my resonant compass? So. That's a resonant thing. Okay, I don't think I have that. I see what you did there, Starbush. With dreams of earning his fortune long banished from his mind, the man brought the casket to a trusted friend, curator of the Museum of Undermere. Together they looked for answers. Excalibur! Or maybe not. Buried with the Knight of Thorns, you say? Well, how about we take a look? Nope, not at that. At this. Knight of Thorns. Yeah, I already did you, so you're not it. I'm inclined to just assume that it's that. I don't know if that's a good idea for me to do, though. Let's try it. No. Whoops. Knight of Thorns. Is there a symbol for thorn? Truth, weakness, poison protection. Thunder, wind, cold. Frost and ice. No. Knight of Thorns. Knight of Thorns. Hold on. Let's see. Let's back up here. Meow. Well, I hope he manages to have a good time anyway, 255. I'm always up for garlic bread, Eric. Although, was that a meme reference? Because if it was, I think I get it. Okay. No, I don't want to do that. Oh, damn it! I didn't... Oh, I didn't do that. Knight of Thorns is bugging me. Yay, Eric! I got it! I am not Ace, but I still love garlic bread. I support the Ace agenda. Good luck with, what is it, Finland? That you're taking over? Alright, well. I'm not too proud just to check, because I don't want to get too much wrong. Alright, so apparently it's this one. How was I intended to guess that? I'm not sure. But apparently that's it. The Tomb of the Knight of Thorns resides alongside an estuary filled with unknown dead from the Battle of Southern Fell. Maybe there was something I was supposed to pay attention to earlier that I didn't. It's an unpleasant place that I do not plan to linger in. Happily, I'm able to find the item I came for without any difficulty and quickly leave and don't look back until I'm out in the bright of day once more. I like OT's stuff. I know there's a misconception that I don't like his stuff because I used him as an example for a point of criticism, but like, it was just because he became a really positive example of an issue I was seeing. And he didn't realize, and I don't know if he ever caught on to what I was talking about. It wasn't directed at him, so. The Jowly Man. I've noticed that some people claim to not fear death. They say that dying scares them, but not death itself. Not me. Not the great Thomas Pope. Give me pain. Give me fear. If I can feel, then I know I'm alive. Going back to nothingness, that's what I fear. I'm going to do my best to live forever. Starting today with a loam. Oh, crap. That's one of the ones I have not... I haven't even had a guess at what that is. Shoot. Okay. Hand of Jupiter or Fire Palm. All right. It's Hand of Jupiter or Fire Palm. What are symbols for fire or Jupiter? All right, let's see. That one's heat. Jupiter, 10. Jupiter. And fire was just a triangle, wasn't it? Yeah. Alright, so if I can find something with the appropriate symbols, maybe. Maybe? I mean, that top bit's fire. What's that bottom one? Hang on. What's that other symbol? Wax. Huh. That doesn't seem helpful. There's also the possibility I mislabeled something at some point. But I'm gonna trust myself on that. No. Hey, Izzy, good to see ya. I respect my sibling even if I'm personally on the opposite end of the spectrum. I'm not sure I consider myself on the, well, I mean, considering my side gigs, maybe I could be considered on the opposite end. I don't know. Crap. Okay. Like, the only thing that seems vaguely right is this. So we're gonna try it. No! Shit. Okay. Okay, so that's not it. Reverse the signs of aging. Item with enticing power. Okay. Is there anything that seems enticing? Let's try that. Strong feeling of being watched. That's not enticing. Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. Chills my blood. That's not enticing. Disquiet lances through my body. Not enticing. Nothing to remark. 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 I know that wasn't it, but anyways, nothing to remark and nothing to remark. Well, shit. Okay, so that doesn't help. Yeah, no, I did that, but it didn't help. Don't. Wait, 10. 10! It's. Oh, it's 10! Jupiter is 10. Son of a. There it is. There it is. I forgot to consider what stuff was made out of. Okay. So that's the Loam. I mean, I'm well past getting the achievement for completing it with no hints, so I wasn't even worried about that. Here? Yeah, there we go. Let's move that up there. Yes, I'm a boring basic bitch, and I do alphabetical. Thanks for stopping in, Eric. Have a good bath. Wi-Fi at the Amtrak? Well, I hope it holds for you then. So what was the new one? The eyes of Cassander focus the power of the mind, enabling those skilled enough to see the path or paths ahead. These items do not produce a mantic field as one might expect, but rather the more mysterious selenic. Care should always be taken with any object of prophecy, and these are no different. Many have been seduced or driven mad, paths shown to them, and have been led to ruin. Selenic. No, open up. Alright, that one's Selenic. Is there anything I can take from this other than eyes and quotes? What's got a Selenic field? Not that. Not that. It doesn't seem to have a field at all. I feel like there was something that had that description. I can't remember what it was. Nope. Nope. Alright, so that's a maybe. That's a no. That is a maybe. That's a no. Okay, there's too many possibilities. Something with a Selenic field. So I'm gonna need... I need to identify some of these so that I have more to go on than that. So actually, hold on. Let's make some use of some other stuff here. Selenic field. That has a Selenic field. That has a Selenic field. That has a Selenic field. Right, let's just test these other ones while we're here. Nope. Should maybe figure out what the others are and label them, but I'm not sure I want it right now. Okay. There was something in here that had no field. Trying to remember what it was. Hit. Okay, so I think this is pit. All right, so you go up with the stuff that I think I know what it is. Alrighty, moving along. Do you think queer affirming content aimed at kids should acknowledge the existence of bigotry at all? Dead End did, which I found surprising because other fantasy shows of that nature I've watched, Steven Universe, The Owl House, etc., kind of just indulge in the idea of a world where everyone is affirming. Well, Owl House takes place purely in, well, not purely, but primarily in a completely different realm, which can have its own rules. Really, the only person that there was any that would be accepting was Luce's mother, but she was. So, and then Steven Universe, like Beach City's practically an alternate universe for all intents and purposes. Dead End was meant to take place more or less in the real world. So, I don't think it's a problem. Like, it's not bad for media to acknowledge some things are going to be hard. Just like it's not a bad thing for some kids' media to acknowledge any bigotry. You have to handle it delicately, but I don't think it's a bad thing to do that. Like, it's very reassuring to take in media that says there's nothing wrong with you, because that's true. But if that's all you get, there is a risk of a certain amount of shock and potentially trauma upon realizing that while that's how it should be, it's not how it is. You know what I mean? All right. Oh, shit. Heart Chamber. I don't have a clue about that one. That's one of those ones I keep checking and being like, I don't have a damn clue. All right. Hold on. Death. Okay, hang on. Is there a rune for death? Yes. Okay. Do I have anything with that symbol on it? Not that I see. Okay, so that didn't help. Is there anything else related to Holgar? Holgan Grimm. What was Holgan Grimm again? Related to death. Holgan Grimm. I already had that. That was the skull, wasn't it? Yeah. So, hold on a second. Alright. Alright, the spiral thing. Which one's the spiral? Day and night. I would think Noctic, but you know, that doesn't really help. Death. Is there anything else that aligns with death? No. Wait a minute. Horn gods, which is not. Which sign? Damn. Okay. Was that go? Looked a little like him, didn't it? A little slightly different in the head design, but. I'll take a hint. Oh! I don't pay enough attention to the sketches. Aha! Ha 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 ha! Ha ha! Ha 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 ha! Boom! There we go. I should pay more attention to the sketches than I do. Sometimes the sketches really don't help at all, though. It's one of those things where you kind of... Oh. Should have checked that, too. You kind of need to, like, remember to look into everything because in some instances, it won't help, but in other instances, it will. What was that? That was Heart Chamber. Alright. Let's get you moved over with the identified stuff. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Cool. Random fact, because actors are one of my special interests for some reason. Adalia Blight is played by the same actress as Haley Smith from American Dad. Oh, interesting. The Rock would make a good Goro. I don't think he'd accept a supporting villain role. Yes, I did. I suddenly remembered this note that I found some time ago. It occurred to me it might be related. I almost threw it away, but it intrigued me, so I held on to it. I haven't a clue what it means. Blessings in spring, rising in autumn. You don't say. Blessings in spring, rising. No, that's not what I want. I want this. Blessings. So blessings in spring. Blessings, but blessings in spring. Risings in autumn, which means here. Symbol on the map led me up the winding stair of the North Tower. The pendant has been carefully hidden, but knowing where to look means that it does not take me long, and I am soon on my way back to the shop with a new trinket to add to our growing collection. Aha! Whoa. Funky. Looks like one of those, like, massage rolling balls. Cool. Why don't you take a space right there. Done with you. There we go. There we go. I guess if they made a Mortal Kombat movie in like 2001, I am partial to the 90s Mortal Kombat movie. Something isn't right at the museum. I'm worried it's all my fault. I hope my brother will be back by now. I've had an idea though. I'm no thaumaturge, but I think I can weaken it with a witherance. Here you go. Boom! I was right. Yeah. Witherance. Okay. So what was the new thing I just got? Folium. A blade is drawn. Apple skin got in my throat. A blade is drawn across the face of a folium 6 times during the ritual of the Hand of Prior. Dreyer huntsmen and those wanting to prove themselves perform this ritual before seeking out the basilisk. The basilisk as a folium blade is known as a way to pierce. Ooh. Ooh. So I've got, where is it? I've got this, which is made out of basilisk bits. So, hang on. If I just take you and just anything have an effect? No. Okay. Well, it was a thought. Serene Ward, that was weapons. there? No, it was there. Yeah. Alright. Well, that theme especially, for sure. My mind is severed. Need Murther. Alright, hold on. You need a Murther to help stabilize your mind. I think that was the Solemn Method. So I think that would be this. Nailed it. Confirmed, baby. All right, so there we go. That means that is definitely the abrasive method, but we'll wait till we've got it fully confirmed. All right, what was the new? Oh, I didn't check this one when I got it. It's probably the only good thing about it. See, that I disagree with, Starbush. I think there's plenty that, like, it is 90s cheese. It is. But I think it is actually a pretty solid take on the material. Something I found out recently related to The Rock in 2004. He started a movie called Walking Tall based on the life of a sheriff who took on the mob after they killed his wife. At least that's what people thought in 2004. Turns out the guy The Rock was playing probably murdered his own wife. Yeah, and like more than that, it like in The Rock's mild defense, it was a remake that was about that guy, so he might not have known much about the real life story, but yeah. Maiden Mother Crone, you say? Triple Goddess. Alright, so what here? Anything here? That basically is a Triple Goddess image. So I think this is maybe I could be wrong, but that's my best guess. Guess. Ugh. See, I never owned a copy of Mortal Kombat, but I remember renting Mortal Kombat 2 and 3 on the Super Nintendo. Discovered something via the Thaumic Needle. The woman who tried to swim across the lake was compelled to do so by some invisible force. She was looking for something, and whatever it is, it's right here in Undermere. That's not all. I decided to experiment with the Ambra. When I was under its spell, I heard whispers. Something was calling to me, and it left me feeling terribly afraid. This must be what's keeping my patients in their trance-like state. Never used a Gaudian Siren before. I think I've got that. One. Yeah! Nice. I really do like in this game that, like, if you're in a more Like, I just want to look through all the stuff I've got and see if I stumble across anything mood. You can, like, rack up, like, this list of things, like, I'm pretty sure. And then it gives you a distinctly different feeling of pride than figuring out clues based off the prompts you get, to realize that I've already got that. Like, you feel proud in both cases, but it's slightly different, and I like it. I mean, even without that context, one police officer goes outside the law to take on criminals is a really messed up film premise, like, even more so than most propaganda. Yeah, but I don't think that culturally we really started to appreciate that until we hit the 2010s. Like, going rogue was such a standard cop movie cliche. Yeah. And it went unquestioned for a really, really long time. See, the thing is, Jennifer, I don't... Like, is the 90s Mortal Kombat less viscerally gory than the games even at the time? Yes. I think it still absolutely has the spirit of those games, though. Like, people put a lot of emphasis on the gore. I actually find the gore to be the least interesting aspect of Mortal Kombat. I kind of always have. Like, the lore is bonkers, and the characters are just absolutely so far out there. It's a lot of fun. But at the same time, like, the gore has always felt just kind of sprinkled on because they can. That's my opinion, anyways. Yeah, the newest console I have is a Switch, which I don't play. My kiddo has it at this point. I bought it for me originally, but I got into PC gaming and I'm happier with that, so. I am under the barn where the axe meets the tree. Under the barn. Axe meets the tree. Huh. Yeah, PC gaming suits me because, like, while I appreciate the portability of the Switch as a feature, like, if I'm playing something on the go, I prefer something simpler, and I'll just bust out Marvel Puzzle Quest on my phone. So, there isn't a lot that's exclusive to the Switch that is, like, a high priority for me, and it doesn't help that Nintendo basically never discounts their games, even their old ones. So, like, would I like to play Metroid Dread? Sure. It's still like $60, like it was when it was brand new. I almost never pay that much for games. I think last time I paid full price for a game around the time it initially came out was Baldur's Gate 3. That's rare for me. Huh. have no idea what this clue means. Oh. Oh. Woodcutters. Oh, right. Okay. I wouldn't have guessed that, so I'm glad I checked it. Yeah, the trope of the cop gone rogue, and honestly of vigilantes as heroes in general, really got solidified in the 80s. 255. It started before that, but like older cop goes rogue films usually had to do with a cop going against a corrupt police force or corrupt elements within the police force. Not just the police, the rules of police keep me from taking care of the scum on the street. That became more of an 80s thing. And like, as messed up as all these tropes are, and they are, don't get me wrong, especially in terms of how they factor into the normalization of propaganda, but, like, first of all, you're still allowed to like these movies. You are. Just recognize the issues. Secondly, there's a line from, it's not even a good movie, but there's a line from the 2000s remake of Shaft with Samuel L. Jackson, where his version of Shaft used to be a cop. And then I can't remember if he gets kicked off the force. No, he quits. He quits when a rich white guy is basically let off with a slap on the wrist. And then later in the movie, he's like going to get some information from somebody. And the guy's like, why should I worry about you? You're not even a cop anymore. And Samuel L. Jackson just kind of leans in and goes, now, do you think that makes me more dangerous or less dangerous? And it's just well delivered. Again, like, real world application, messed up, absolutely. But again, you are allowed to like problematic media as long as you're not defending it as anything other than entertainment. You know what I mean? Ooh, pretty. Samuel L. Jackson's good stuff. Like, some of my favorite actors to deliver just killer lines: Samuel L. Jackson, Delroy Lindo, Keith David, James Spader. There's some actors like they're just built to just cut through everything with a single line read. Ah, it's good. Who we got? Simone! Hello, dear. Good morning. Why am I doing this voice? I don't know. I'm sticking with it, though. I'm getting more concerned about my mother. Hearing about that poor lady who drowned frightened me, but she'll turn up. She always does. I've had another breakthrough. This time I'm certain it's a clue that leads to another hidden part of strange antiquities. What do we got? What do we got? From the individual, a stone for dark purposes, a stone of the earth, and a stone of death. Stone for dark purposes, I think. Stone from the earth. That one, I would think. Stone of death. Death. Maybe? Nope. Heart chamber, bones guard. Nope. I'm kind of guessing at these. Let's hang on. That's, I'm pretty sure Corbin's might. Well, that might be an overstatement. That is for dark purposes. Guys of William. Yeah, I would think so. Oh, wait a minute, 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 wait a minute. I should be checking thematic fields. Okay, so hold on. What was the other one that I thought maybe? Corbin's. Okay, so hang on. Let's move that down here so I have access to it. Alright, let's get out of the way. Open this sucker up. I just remember that scene from The Simpsons where McBain / Rainier Wolfcastle shoots a police regulation manual and says, "Bye-bye, book." McBain! It's so silly. I love it. Nope, wrong book. This one. So... Stone death. So there are two diurnal things. There's diurnic and noctic. Day and the night. Okay, so hang on. Was that it? No, that wasn't what I wanted. Oh wait, is that? Right, so that one's the day. So that's the day. That is the night. Okay, so day, night. All right, so I want stone. Hang on. Stone it from the celestial. What are the options on celestial? Selenic. Oh wait. If it wants something, okay. If it wants something out of the earth, it's gotta be Dradic. So Dradic. It's that one. That's Dradic. Is not Drake. Okay, so that's not it. Alright, put this back. Guys. Here? No. Here. Yeah. Boy. Stone of the Earth. All right, hold up. Stones. Stones. What's just a stone? This. Nope. Bones guard. That could be it. That's stone. Okay, so I feel good about you. So we're going to leave you in place. And first one is stone for dark purposes of the individual. Oh, that could be either one. That could be Mentic or Wixic. Shit. All right, if it's all right. Diurnal Stone of Death. So, hold on. Hold on here. Die Hard's classic. Second one's a rehash of the sequel. Some fun moments. Third one's more fun. Feels different. The first and the third ones are the good ones. Those are the two good ones for sure. I'm actually really partial to the third one, and actually I'm more likely to rewatch that than the first one. I actually really love how, like, the camaraderie between everybody at the police station. It feels like a really well-established group, and it's kind of shocking. Because I actually saw that one before the original. It was kind of shocking to me that none of these other characters were in the previous two movies. It's like, oh, they've got such great built-in rapport. You know, David Simon, the creator of The Wire, really hates Dexter. I saw him asked about it in an interview once. He got annoyed and said something like, I don't want to find anything good or cathartic in killing bad people. I've never seen The Wire, but given what Omar's deal is, that's a slightly odd statement from him. At least what I understand Omar's deal to have been. Or maybe his issue was that Dexter was, like, sort of the hero by default by being the protagonist, whereas maybe Omar wasn't that. I don't know. I haven't seen The Wire. Okay. So I feel real good about that one. I don't know about... hang on. Fire and wax. Yellow sandstone. This one's stone and gold. This was stone. So wait. Alright. Boy, this one's tricky. Selenic is of the moon. So celestial. Okay, celestial I've already got sorted though. That one's got a Selenic field, so that's definitely not anything. What is your deal? Which field is that? What is that one? Thinking it's either Mentic or Wixic. So Mentic is that one. Okay. What's Wixic? Wixic is that one. So Wixic is of the body. This is stone. I mean, maybe. Could be. Stone of Death. Chills my blood. Maybe. It's cold. Stone for dark purposes. Stone for dark purposes. I might look this up just because I don't want to be stuck on this puzzle for the rest of the stream. Like, if I feel... I mean, I feel good about that. I feel okay about that. I just start putting stone stuff on it in the meantime. A stone diverging hook. All right. I'm just gonna check. Stone of... Oh. Oh, wait. Oh. Oh, wait. Oh, thank you, Jen. Wait a minute. Stone of... Oh! Gems, not stone as in it's made of stone. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Jen. That was a really good hint. Okay. Okay, so put this stuff back. It's not that kind of stone. It's a stone as in a gemstone. Okay. 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 So Stone of Earth is jade. That's... These two are my main candidates. So, and I need it to have one of the two celestial things, which was... Was that it? Oh, down one more. Dradic? Okay, the 3, got it. And the other one... And that one. Okay, so either of those. Either of those. No. Yes! Alright, so you go back, you come here. So Stone of Earth. What is Stone of Death? Okay, let's see. Fire and Fury, Enveloping Night, Strength, Night and Darkness, Death and Decay, Vivianite, Dark Blue Green. Oh, is it playing them during stream now? I actually don't get any notice of that, if it does that. Blue, green, blue, green. I'm not sure I've got anything with that stone. Wait a minute. There it is. There it is. Okay, so... Wait. Stone of Death, that was the last one. Okay. Dark Purposes. Dark Purpose. Well, what? Death isn't enough of a dark purpose? Maybe Onyx? Check the other descriptions. Fire and Fury, Body and Mind, Stone of Sight, Safety, Earth, Water. Dark Purposes, Bloodstone. Hello. Hey! Thank you very much for the hint, Jen. That was the exact thing that I needed. Ooh. Ooh. I remember this. I remember this. Okay, which gives me that, that. Do it. Hey! Gotcha. Bronze, dark green. Vibrating. Ooh. Okay. Nice. I have YouTube Premium because I hate ads so much. The ads have gotten really bad. So, hang on a second. I gotta... Hold on. Monetization. Okay. You shouldn't be getting an interruption during stream anymore. I don't have a problem with mid-roll ads running on a video, you know, running on the playback of the stream. I don't want them interrupting the stream itself, though. It was turned on. And it was set on low frequency. So if I've got people complaining about it when it's set on low frequency, God, I hate to imagine what it would have been like otherwise. David Simon on Dexter. It offends me, I have to say. I don't like pissing on anybody else's work. I think it's very well done. It may have something to say about the culture of violence, but I think it's a bit cathartic in a way that I don't think anything dealing with that subject matter has a right to be. Does that make sense? Okay, so his issue was less the premise than the approach. Okay. All right, I guess that makes a bit more sense. Jacob Priestley. Hello, you priestly man. Thank you for the matter. I have seen into the yawning deep. I have seen beauty beyond the comprehending mind. The price is steep, but I pay it gladly. My shadow anchor broken must replace. Shadow anchor. Have a guess at that? Or did I feel like maybe I don't. Oh, I've got a shadow hold. That's what I've got. And that's not the same thing. I don't think. I think shadow anchor is something different. Yep, there it is. Shadow anchor. Shadow anchor, sometimes used in the practice of shadow casting, the art of projecting one's presence outside the body without an anchor. Minds have been known to become lost. Shadow anchor designs can vary. Oh, this one. Ah! Right. Oh, I hate this description because it's basically saying, could be anything. Oh, boy. All right, hold on. It will always produce a field from the individual branch. Okay, which means that whatever else, it's either going to give a Mentic or a Wixic field. I would think Mentic would make more sense. Okay, so hold on. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, could be anything. So, symbols or gemstones. So, things with symbols, things with gemstones. All right, let's consider some options here. Those have both. All right, well, we're going to check this. Check this. Check this, this, and this. All right. Yeah. All right, that's a gemstone. Damn it. Gotta check all these. Okay. So, gotta check those fields again. Mentic and Wix. There's that, and okay, so Mentic, right? That one. Hold on. I'm gonna doubt and second guess myself if I don't. Mentic and is that it? No. Oh, put that too low. Wixic. Okay, so it's one of those two fields. All right, well, that's not it. Cool, so that's one down. That's not it. All right, could be. Nope. 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 Okay. So then I'm pretty sure it's this. Ha! Yeah! Oh, that felt good. Shadow Anchor. Gotcha. Again, while I don't have any shame about looking stuff up, boy, it feels good when you get it on your own. Shadow Anchor. Go right there. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Everybody else, just go somewhere. I don't care. I mean, that's just kind of the energy of the game, Tristan. It's set in a fictional setting where there's supernatural shenanigans going on. I am at a antiquities shop that houses and collects many such strange things with strange powers and abilities. Need to watch more Halloweenish movies before the month ends. Yeah, I had meant to, and I have not gotten to very much of stuff like that. It could kind of pass for that, Starbush. You're not wrong. You have shown yourself to be a useful ally in these worrisome times. Keep one eye on the lake in the coming days. Blackened eyes seek the casket, and water turns to midnight. Perform the sacrament and have faith in Holgar. Okay. The sacrament is a baptism ceremony, which one's life is pledged. The warrior god Holgar is performed by a blood priest within a stone circle. In spring, a charm of green growth. In summer, a pendant of the yellow sun. In autumn, an instrument of red night. In winter, a totem of blue fire. Okay, why do I have a feeling that that's going to be like the end game puzzle? Although, I believe that's the stone circle. If I go there now, do I do anything? An arrangements of stones and rocks resembling stone. There's nothing else to see here. Okay. So nothing to do there at the moment. Got it. Got it. Hey there, Knit. My talking hasn't been great today. Afraid this letter was sorted incorrectly. Ended up doing a trip around to Kendall and back. Better late than never. Well, depends on what the letter is, I suppose. If it's a sweepstakes that says please respond within 48 hours, I'm kind of screwed. I have spent a long time looking for an object that is believed to have been lost somewhere in the catacombs. The adventurer and thaumaturge Marwyn left a trail to her hidden stash, or so the story goes. I followed it as far as the ossuary of the damned, a chilling bone-filled alcove, carved into a natural chamber in the upper levels, but it seemed her markings have worn away by time after that. I pass on this story to you in the hope that you can succeed where I have failed. Huh. Catacombs. It's not a lot to go off of. Depends on who's on the jury, Net. Huh. That's really not a lot to go by. You know what? We're going to try something here. We are going to try, because there's only one group of bones that I can actually click on directly. Yeah, try it. Oh, heck! Look at that. Carrick's candle. Carrick's candle. Carrick's candle. This item produces an invisible light that peels back the years, allowing a glimpse of the past. The effect is often murky and blurred, but it works passably on stationary objects. They are marked by a depiction of a candle on their surface. Depiction of candle. Depiction of candle. 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 Oh! Fire wax. Boom. I wondered what that pairing meant. Ha ha! Gotcha. Carrick's. Whoops. Nice. Carrick's candle. There we go. You know how you and Jesse complain about Battlestar putting Lee in a fat suit to signify he's let himself go? Oh, yeah. That made me think about the fact that even though I'm demonstrably healthier now, I've gained weight since I stopped drinking because I'm not too nauseous to eat half the time now. I mean, there's that, too. There's also the fact that, like, depending on the state of somebody's body, gaining weight might actually be better for them. I'm not going to make that argument in the case of Lee in specific, but, like, it was still an absolute nonsense move. Aha. 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 Alright. Alright. It's one of these two. It's one of these two, I think. Maybe this one? No. Maybe this one. No. Shit. I was wrong on both counts. Damn it. Okay. Okay. So I screwed that up. So neither of those are what I thought they were. Great. That's not good. And what even are the icon options? Oh, shit. Oh, I could have been marking all this stuff this way. Damn it. I really have been underutilizing this stuff. Blah. So that's not it. Hang on a second. So I don't need that room there. Just put the symbol on it. And that's a start. Wait, it's this one, right? It's that one, right? That one was selected. That one was selected, yeah. I had an aunt that passed from anorexia. It would have been miles better if she would have gained 10 pounds and stopped smoking. Yeah. Alright. I just had 2 mistakes. I don't want another one. Then again, there's like a mini game that I haven't played. If you get like enough wrong things, and it, well, okay, cool. Yeah, no, I know what I'm looking for. I just don't know how to identify it. Looking for this diurnal field. So wait, those two both had diurnal, so I can mark them for that. Diurnal is that one. That one was diurnal, right? Nope, that was Mentec. Diurnal. Is that one? Check it. Yeah, that one's diurnal. So God, I'm second guessing this. Nope, that was Noctic. That one's diurnal. Diurnal. Okay. Well. Oh, wait a minute. I've gotten new stuff since I tried to figure out what Torment's Bane was. Hang on. So it should have a diurnal field. which is that one. Does this have that? It does, and that that was part of what threw me off before. I was like, I don't think either of these look like something you could roll across the tongue. That does. Yeah! Woo! Gotta remember to check new stuff. Especially if you weren't super sure. Go. Sorry, dude. I haven't been. Oh, God. You talk a lot. No wonder somebody shut you up. Thank you. I don't even know how I managed to get down from Weatherlam. Everything went dark after reading the inscription on a tall stone, but somehow I knew if I made strange antiquities, I would be okay. Through the darkness, I received a message from the Nameless Ones. They seek an item called the Nalian Casket. If we give it to them, they promise to free those it has infected. I don't think we have a choice. At least we can be certain of one thing. If they have the casket, they will not allow it to be open. All they desire, all they value is power, and opening the casket would release all of its contained power. Interesting. That's not on my list of stuff, is it? Nalian Casket, no. Interesting. Hi! Verona? You don't look great. At all. Oh, dear. Help me to calm the clamoring rage inside my head. This is your chance to elevate yourself above the scurrying ants that absently crawl through their meaningless lives. Ew. Alright. Don't love that. Alright, what does the abrasive menther do again? Purge unwanted memories. Alter the mind, be used sparingly. And what does the Zephyrim do? Interesting that they're at the two extremes of the alphabetized list. Zephyrim, resonant objects, faint odor, scent of storm, or scent of magic. They can unlock deep wells of anger and channel them into... I don't like the sound of that. I think I'd rather give you that. See if that clears your head a little. For the ritual of the broken path, a grist is heated slowly over flame. To have full effect, it must be held in an ungloved hand until the ritual is complete. No matter how hot it gets, the ritual should not be performed by those who have not studied the Wixic art. It is common to suffer burns. When done correctly, it should not be painful. I don't know if I just made a mistake using that versus the other thing, but given the descriptions, I did not like the sound of that other one at all. Alright, we'll start the next day and then we'll call it a stream. Ooh, we are getting to the tail end. I did play this off stream a bit, if you couldn't guess. Oh, it's a yarn ball. Not sure I would have guessed that. Really? That's the only hint? That's the only hint. I prefer the stage version personally, Rowan. Like, Fagin is a fun character, but he's not a good guy. He should end up alone. Okay. I just looked this one up. I would not have guessed that. I wouldn't have had a prayer of guessing that. I did figure it was something in the catacombs. But it would not have occurred to me that it's a path. That, and that, and that, and that to that. Yep, I would not have guessed that. It's a clever puzzle. I wouldn't have gotten it. Oh, okay. As I descend further into the catacombs, a strange sensation overcomes me. It is not fear, although fear is mixed in with it. With cold clarity, I knew at once I have entered an area known as the Depths, a place where few have been and fewer have returned from. Not even Palians can clear the air here and render it safe to breathe, but there is a way. Slate miners and hail vapors produced by spirit called a wandering shroud. They say it invigorates their sense. Oh, I captured a wandering shroud. It's in my spirit vault. I knew that one. Huh. Interesting. Do you think the last season of Stranger Things will have a time skip, or do you think they'll ignore the fact that the whole cast is now in their early 20s? I don't know. 255, I don't know. Given the way the previous season ended, I don't know how you justify a time skip and, like, nobody having dealt with the issues. Like, it was kind of an immediate this can't wait problem that they left them in. So I have no clue what they're going to do. I also don't really care because I hated Vecna, the villain of season 4, so much that the instant I knew he was back for the 5th season, I'm like, I don't care. I freaking hate him. He's a horrible villain, especially in the way that he diminishes what came before with, at least for me. I think what he is and how he operates severely diminishes the Upside Down. Sorry, give me a second. Oh, okay. I gotta call it early. My kiddo actually got let out of school a little bit early, so we need to call it there. Thank you all for joining me. Menu. I hope you all have a great rest of the day. Tomorrow's video on the main channel is going to be on episodic TV and whether it is dying as a format. And there will be obviously a new Practice podcast on Monday. Next week, I will probably be playing I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. But yeah, that will be it. So I hope everyone has a great weekend. Take care of yourselves. Be well, be safe, and be kind. I'll see ya.